There we go. Hey! It's time! All right, y'all. It's time for Shorts Reviews. Today is Friday. Yeah, because I got to go grocery shopping. That's right. Today's Friday. After this, I am going grocery shopping and I'm picking up a VHS camera because I'm going to try to connect it to my stream and see if we can get an old school vibe going. But, yeah. We'll see how that goes next week. Anyway, how you guys doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're well! I'm doing all right. Submit your short. Shorts.reviews, or the links in the description. How's that chainsaw man? Luckily, that was far enough away from me where I didn't have to worry. I'm not next to a highway, but if I was going anywhere, that's the highway I would take. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That person ate too much chocolate. Word. All right, let's get to this thing. If you don't know how this works, basically, it's randomly selected. I randomly pick, and you might randomly get picked. Like this. There's a timer above my head. Once I hit start, every 2 minutes, I'm just throwing out advice, okay? And it randomly picks. It'll give me a number. I type it in. You might be that number. Right now, we have 53 submissions. The sooner you submit, the better your chances are of getting picked. Let's roll. Shut that shit off. Bow, 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 bow. Oopsie. All right, number 33. Let's do this thing. This one is Mr. I'm not going to say that name, but let's see.
This driver was about to get caught by the police.
Nope. All right, let's move on. Bow, bow, bow. I'm very selective about the things I give reviews, and if it's not your own footage or if it's not significantly transformative of somebody else's footage, I'll skip. So we have those a lot, and it's not your fault.
Look at this.
It's not your fault if that happens. There's a lot of gurus out there that'll tell you it makes money and it gets views and it's totally okay. It's just not what we do here, okay? This one looks real. Sup, man? I'm a fresh short creator. Let's see. Does this button still work? Yeah. I'm a fresh short creator. Recently, I bought Hookbomb and try to improve my content to get more views. I'd love to see your opinion on my channel. First videos. Okay, yeah. Let's see if you're doing the hook thing, okay? Hookbomb.com is what they're talking about. It's a tool that I made that organizes hooks, and you can search them by niche. This is like just a preview of it. But basically, let's say gaming, we'll do gaming, yep. And then you search and like you click one and see why it went viral. I use this one all the time, but I just found extreme, secret, in niche. I'm gonna pause this so it's fair. And then they said, I just found a dark secret in this Roblox game. But you could say, I just found the craziest thing in this Minecraft server or whatever. And then you show exactly what they show, but your version of that. That's all you got to do to go viral, really. Hookbomb.com, but you don't need the tool, really. You could just find the viral stuff yourself and then not pay me. And that's totally fine. But if you do want to pay me, you don't have to worry about paying me monthly because it's not a damn subscription. All right. Let's play this for a bit.
Perfect. Oh my god.
Is it?
1 sec. I think I missed the hook. Number one way to stop.
Look at this. Perfect.
Okay, that's a damn good hook. But leash is spelled L-E-E-S-H. Right? No, L-E-A. Oh my god. It's L-E-A-S-H. Yeah. I said L-E-E, but L-E-A-S-H.
Look at this. Perfect. Oh my god.
Isn't it great?
Chris.
I know, it's my dream.
I guess I'm confused about what that sound is. That's not you, right? Okay. So, I gotta say, unless you own a crap load of dogs, this doesn't look like your footage. And using a hook from Hookbomb is not gonna make it your footage, just so you know. It's not technically transformative. It did seem to work a little bit compared to 300 views, but I don't know where you're getting this footage. I don't know if you're allowed, so I'm just gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna move on. If you want to clear that up in the Discord, that's totally fine. But just know that if you're using other people's footage, it's just not something that we do here. Okay. That you can if like you do commentary or reactions or something like that, like what I'm doing to your footage or your video right now. That's transformative, but yeah, that's a fine line we walk here. All right, let's get rolling. Number 45. 45. Oh. Aura Star.
Sonic inflation, like the economy.
Like the economy?
Yeah, you haven't got to the Sonic Fed share subplot yet.
J-Pow gets replaced.
Okay, I don't want to waste a whole lot of time. I want to focus on the hook real quick. There's no clarity in what that meant or what it was. You even seemed a little confused, but because of that and the pacing getting to the next thing that could have cleared it up, which should have been the next sentence, people are leaving because they're like, I don't even know what that means. There's a lot better content out there. Why give this my time if it's not going to be clear about what it's talking about, you know? So, you said, finally got myself to stay consistent after making content. After years of trying, but it feels like it's going nowhere, dead in the water. Dude, I guarantee your biggest issue is clarity. Because one of the biggest things that creators face, the biggest obstacle, is they know what their content is about, but they don't know how to present it to where somebody can get it in 1 second. If you don't know how to do that, then you're going to struggle. And even the VIPs, it's something that I have to say, look, you got to get this across faster. People don't understand what this means, or you're showing this in a way that I don't understand. And then they're like, oh, wow, yeah, I guess I get it now. So this stinky egghead Sonic inflation, like the economy, no clue, right? I mean, it was confusing, but it's also like it's not grabby enough, right? So I'd recommend working on hooks. That seems to be the issue. You seem to have a good personality for streaming. You're using clips. I like it, right? Just, it's about coming across to every single viewer, every single one out there. Also, imagine that they're 9 years old, okay? Fourth grade reading level. They're not going to know, they're not going to care about inflation and economy either. So that might be, terminology that's getting you caught up. Simplify and work on them hooks, and join the Discord. Okay, I like the hook. Elevator got invented 1852, people in 1851. It's just not very funny, right? I expected like some sort of twist or fall or something, but it's just a person climbing, okay? So you have the setup. You're really, really close to going viral. You have a good setup. I like it. It's just the payoff wasn't great. And so when the payoff isn't great, and you have such a short, nobody's going to rewatch it. A short that's 5 seconds needs to be replayed 3 times, most likely. That depends on the niche and your location. There's no solid number you need to hit where it'll predict your virality. That's why I tell everybody, don't show me your analytics. They don't mean anything. They only help you improve what you did before. So, but yeah, just an assumption is what I'm saying. At 5 seconds, that at least needs 200% retention to even perform well. So that's not to say make longer videos. It just means make a better payoff. And if it happens to be longer, you get like it's easier. That's the best way I could say that. All right, so you just said, what can I improve? Hopefully that helped you a little bit. Let's skip ahead to the next one. Some of them I can knock out in less than 2 minutes. Number 19, Will, everything all right? Volume, all good? Ping, dude, how do I boost retention for this niche? Are the audio levels okay? Let's see.
The Backrooms, explained by Jeff. Jeff is walking in his village when suddenly he no-clips. Jeff wakes up in a weird yellow place, a whole different dimension that's trying to mimic your reality. Endless rooms, buzzing lights, no visible exits. This place is called the Backrooms. Jeff.
Okay, so, because it's such a popular, dude, honestly, if the Backrooms were less popular, this might work. But because they're so popular, I don't need you to explain it to me, especially through Minecraft. Really, like, your target audience here is old people. They're like, what are the Backrooms? Now, I understand you're capitalizing on the trend of the like, especially with the movie coming out, but you should probably offer something that people don't know, or yeah, something special, you know. The value of what is the Backrooms, we all know what it is. So I don't think it's going to perform as well as you hope, even if you're capitalizing on a trend. So that's my take. Really, it's just the idea. As far as your approach to content and your storytelling, like the way that you're setting up, I think it's all great. It's just the idea. That's it. That's the only thing I got for you. All right, let's go ahead and skip. This backroom needs a dope-ass wizard tower. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that video today. All right. Next one. Pasu Ching.
This is about a man who single-handedly fooled the world. Imagine the entire world. So, in the early days
Okay.
of motor vehicles, gasoline had a weakness. Its low octane rating caused knocking, irregular combustion caused engine noise, reduced power, and, of course, rapid engine failure. Finally, an engineer named Thomas Mitley Jr. conducted research to reduce this knocking. He discovered several options.
Okay, so I think it's okay. Odds are this topic has been covered. When I see stuff, when I see people use B-roll to explain like history and stuff like that, it makes me, it gives the impression that there's not a whole lot of effort going into it. There is, like, you're putting some effort into it, but it's just something that everybody else could do too, right? The way that I think people really stand out on YouTube is to do something that nobody else can do, to really like find their thing. And so I imagine because this topic is most likely covered, aside from the fact that you said, imagine the world, and then like there was nothing, anyway, that was a weird setup, but everything else is fine. I would say at most this would get 30,000 views. That would be the jail that you get stuck in if it's covered. 19,000. So I'm assuming this fell then, and then the credits to Veritasium, what's that for? Did you use some of their
White
footage?
Dyer thousandly implemented it little too late.
Or maybe you got the idea from Veritasium. Either way, just know that if you're covering something that people have covered on YouTube, it's going to fall into the conflict radius of the first person that covered it if it was popular enough. So you'll get limited. The more transformative you are from the original, the more new information you add, the more impressions you'll get. But because you probably didn't do that, you got limited at 20,000, 30,000 at most. That's usually where it gets caught. All right, Ruby, let's see this.
I need to pay a bill.
Sorry.
I pay it. Then I don't get it. I need to pay a bill. I pay it. Then I forget I paid it and panic. It always tickles me when I realize I forgot that I didn't forget. Is it my ADHD? I don't get it.
Okay. All right. It's a good setup. Everything's very clear. I love the commentary. I guess maybe the payoff is really where I'm like, okay, you know, it's a funny anecdote. It happens to a lot of us. Okay. It's fine, you know, but the way that I'm acting right now is how everybody will feel when they watch it. They're like, okay, yeah, I get it. Is it like, oh my God, you know, that's the difference between the lower views and the higher views, really. I really, really like your style here, and I think you should do more of this. I mean,
The father.
oops.
I don't get it. I need to.
Like, okay, so you have an anecdote, you're telling like a personal perspective here, but if you offer something that you're more of an expert in, something that you know specifically, something that gives me value that I'm like, oh my God, I never thought about that, or I didn't know that, I think this format that you're doing is perfect for it. It's just the same as any other, man, I can't remember her name, but she covers like space stuff and science stuff. It's basically the same format, except she's showing B-roll, whereas you're showing stuff that you created, which is even better in my opinion. So I think it's really good. I wanted to pause because you had some questions here. Long form channel, stop trying to funnel people. Awesome. First real attempt at making shorts for shorts. Right on. If this is your first attempt, this is great. Punchline made sense to my ADHD brain. The start of it grabbed me too. It was fine enough. Honestly, I bet you if you use some hooks from, I don't know if you have Hook Bomb or not, but if you use proven hooks, you don't need Hook Bomb for that. If you find them and use them, then it'll give you ideas of where the value is. You'll be like, oh, people will, that's where I can add something new to the world. Okay, yeah. Cool. I hope that helped. All right. Yeah, I love it though. Really, really good. And I'm just going to pause for 1 second to do this. Well done. Okay, this next one is number 29, and then I will hit play. Where is resume? Oh, there it is. All right. Can't do that one, unfortunately. One sec, I gotta check something. Oh, no, wait. No, I can do this one. I got it confused with a different one. My bad. Okay. Alright, let me see here.
When a piglin sees you opening a chest or not wearing golden armor within a 15-block radius, it will attack you. This is known as short-range aggravation, but breaking a gold block or chest will result in mid-range aggravation, causing all piglins in a 16-block radius of you to attack even with no line of sight. But that's not all, because attacking a piglin results in long-range aggravation, where other piglins attack you within a 16-block radius.
Okay, he says, I'm confused, it's a really good short, but his retention is consistently low. Okay, so people are dropping off somewhere. Let me see if I can point that out to help you the most, because I think it's a fine short.
When a piglin sees you opening a chest or not wearing golden armor within a 15-block radius, it will attack you. This is known as short-range aggravation, but breaking a gold block or chest will result in mid-range aggravation, causing all piglins in a 16-block radius of you to attack even with no line of sight. But that's...
No, something's different about it. Or something's wrong here, because this should be performing. What's it at? 83,000? I mean, beggars can't be choosers here, but like, that's a pretty solid performance. I guess your standard is just a bit higher. Yeah, I wouldn't really overthink this one. Honestly, it's just, this one didn't resonate with people as much as, I mean, it's the same with that one, and then you got 2.2 million after it. So my recommendation is just move on to the next one, dude. Like, I was thinking that it got stuck at at like 19,000 or something, and I know that you get more than that, but 83,000, that's nothing to brush off. I mean, that's a good performance. I mean, if I got one of those, I'd be happy. So yeah, I think you're really overthinking it. Really, this is what their comment looked like for everybody. This looks to me like classic creator overthinking, especially when you just had a 2.2 million and a 535,000. So not to take away from your feelings at all, it sucks when we get higher numbers and then we get lower. We all feel bad about that, but you probably felt that way about this one, and then look what happened right after, you know? So don't overthink it, just move on to the next one. It's a proven format. Make sure you're experimenting so you don't get screwed. I'm glad you submitted it, man, because that kind of thing would drive me crazy unless I had outside perspective. All right, this person says, why isn't this getting more views?
God wants you to hear this today.
Okay, we do not do religion here. I'm sorry. It's nothing against religion, it's against manipulating. Not you manipulating, but marketing is manipulation, and I won't do that with people's faith. So, it's nothing against anything, it's just I can't do that in good conscience.
Sometimes a dying pigeon is actually just a garbage bag. Sometimes...
What the hell, dude? How short is too short for YouTube? Oh my god, I have to show you something plus. This is, it's so funny that you said this because you probably got the same content idea that I did a couple years back. I hit it, but I thought, man, this is going to get crazy retention because it's so short. I don't know if it's actually on the channel anymore or not. Can I just search? Yeah, short. I'm searching for the word short, but... Oh my god, this is taking too long. There it is. 3 seconds. You guys ready to jam out? That's me.
How short can shorts be? How short can shorts be? How short can shorts be?
How short can shorts be? I thought it was a funny idea, a fun song. I got 3 likes on that. So, yeah, you reminded me of that idea. Anyway, I don't think shorts can be too short or too... I mean, I don't think you have to worry about that. Because that's the question that he asked. How short is too short for a short YouTube short to be? Yeah. I've seen 5-second ones go viral, but they have to be replayed over and over. So you have to consider what makes them replayable. Is there something visually that they may have missed? You could actually do some bait that way. Bitter's Wizard Tower one that he shared, I did 150% retention because I was like so enamored by it. I had to catch back up again. So that one is probably getting at least 150 because of what he put in it, all the effort and stuff like that. This, you made a funny joke, but I wouldn't watch it twice. So that's gonna happen. Really, I still love what you're doing, honestly. I'm gonna subscribe because I'd like to keep up with everything you do. Everything you do makes me laugh, except for the original weird stuff. That made me confused more than anything. Okie doke. Number 8. Man, we are just cruising right along. Meow Otaku. I want to know what I can improve to get 100K. I always wonder, like, okay, let me just watch first, because I got something to say about
Most people don't actually know how Gojo's Infinity works, and here's why. So for context, Gojo's Infinity just slows you down for...
What's infinity? Is that like a spell or something?
Most people don't actually know how Gojo's Infinity works, and here's why. So for context, Gojo's Infinity just slows you down forever, basically working on Zeno's paradox, where the space between two people are infinitely divided into equal halves, leading them to never actually reach the other. Think of an asymptote in math. You get closer and closer, but you never hit zero. He uses the 6 eyes to filter threats automatically, meaning he's untouchable, even while he's taking a nap. He's literally bringing infinite space into the real world. So how do you hit a man who is basically untouchable? And it's genuinely crazy.
Okay, so midway, you change the point of the short. Right around 30 seconds, you say, so how do you hit blah, 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 blah. And I don't know if you're still expanding on how Gojo's Infinity works or not, but consider if you cut the rest out, people would probably still stick around to the end, and this would have performed better. You may have gone too long with this one.
Gojo isn't really invincible. To bypass his infinity, you just
that's not what this was about anymore, right?
need a domain's sure hit effect, or a cursed tool like the inverted spear which Toji used.
Yeah, it's like you put 2 shorts in one. I bet people bailed because like this was the idea, but then you kind of like added onto it, which is a long form move. Try to keep your ideas solely focused on one thing, and I think that it'll perform better. But you said, how do I improve it to get 100,000 plus? Yeah, you just incrementally improve. Like do what I said, and I bet it'll work for you. And keep everything else you're doing. I love the edit. I think the information you're adding is really, really interesting. So just keep doing it. And okay. So it's a dance trend compilation. There's not much I can help here. Oh wait, hold on. I misunderstand what this is. South Africa versus the world. Ame Piano. Okay, I don't know. I don't really know what this is or how to help it. But really, when people do compilations of other content, I don't help that anyway. What am I supposed to say? Like, go here to take these videos instead. Like, there's nothing I can really do. South Africa versus the world dance. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't understand it, but also I don't quite support compilations of other people's content anyway. It's not that it's gonna get you in trouble or anything. I don't know if it's considered transformative or not, but this is for like how I help creators. That's just not something I can help. Besides just recommending hooks. So sorry, this might just not be the live stream for you. I'll take that failure. I'll take the blame. Number 62. Let's see here. This might be the first one. Okie doke. All right. Remember from last week. Oops. Dude just ate so much chocolate. So the ban list, Roblox rants, edits, ranking, skeleton. We're continually adding to the mix, but these are channels that I won't review anymore because there's too much of them. Now, when it comes to Roblox rants, it's not that it's illegal or against any rules or whatever, but I'll just tell you, like, this will help you. Go to my channel and then look at the one where I turn myself into Roblox people. Yeah, this one. Can shorts really be this easy? Watch that, okay? There's plenty of hooks in there for Roblox or whatever. There's even a story about how one dude got 8 million views or 7. Oh, no. This one also is about Roblox, so I would check that one out too, okay? Or there's some Roblox stuff in there. The last two, watch those, but I won't review Roblox anymore, okay? So all you Roblox creators, you feel free to bail. I know that that'll hurt my views, but I truly can't put other creators in this spot anymore. Not enough other people are getting picked. It's all Roblox rants. I believe this is edits. Yeah. So edits, I don't really do any. There's not much I can do with it, right? I just want to know if this niche is good enough. Was it okay? Yeah. It's just when I see edits, I just say, well, you can use it as a as a portfolio if you want. You know, collect all your work together, but I can't help it. There's nothing. I'm not vehemently against editing. I mean, that's how I started. But there's just nothing I can do on this live stream. All right. This is, it looks like somebody else's content.
Watching myself, like, look. Damn, it's myself, like, look.
Okay, moving on. Can this short get 10 million views? No, I don't know. It's just not something that I help. Yeah, it's just as I don't do clip channels either. Sorry, this one's edits too. We're just gonna, I mean, we're just doing what I said we'll do. All right. The 86 Gamer. Here we go. Back to
Yo,
some...
mate, did you see this news? Zelda is coming with a live-action movie.
Yeah, man, I see it.
And the main character don't talk. How will that be?
Yeah, it's crazy that Zelda doesn't talk.
What? Yo, mate.
Oh.
Did you see this news? Zelda is coming with a live-action movie.
Yeah, man, I see it.
Sorry, I'm laughing at "seed it," which I shouldn't be. I mean, it's whatever. So I would say,
yo, mate, did you?
The issue here is probably a couple things. Let's just tear it apart from the start.
Yo, mate, did you see this news? Zelda is coming.
Okay, so right there, when you're starting something like this and you look to the left, you have to show the other character. Because for people that really aren't paying attention, they're not going to grab that context. It just kind of looks like you're looking to the left. But yeah, with Yo Mate, I assumed immediately, but not everybody will. Okay, so be careful about that.
Yo, mate, did you...
So it goes to him and he's like, and he looks over at you as he's playing a game. Like, you need to interact with him more.
See this news? Zelda is coming with a live...
Maybe make him say something too. But, alright, now, the other problem here, there's two other problems that I can pick in the next 30 seconds. One, did you see this news? It's not, there's no real, like, grab or hook or anything there. And people already left before even understanding what this is about. So, either put them in a situation that immediately grabs attention, like, for instance... let me think. If you are at... Did you see this news?
Yo, mate, did you see this news? Zelda is coming with a live-action movie.
Yeah.
Maybe jump right in. So Zelda's coming out with a live-action movie, and then you look to the guy and he looks over, and that way you don't even have to go back with him not saying anything. You just get to it a little quicker. But I would still come up with something better to say. Maybe something new about the movie, but... Then the end where Zelda doesn't talk, it's a common joke. So, honestly, really, I think it's the idea. Work on another one and show it in the Discord. Especially the VIPs, they'll really know how to dig into this. I just didn't have enough time to go into it. But a skit like this, there's so much nuance to teach. But I think the biggest issue is the idea. So, hopefully that helps a little bit. But yeah, join the Discord if you're, I think you're already in there, but, yeah, I'm sorry. I, with the time, I want to help more, but there's not so much I can do. Okay, skip.
If you fall onto an island filled with snakes, you might try to run for high ground as fast as you can, but the heavy thumping of your footsteps will only attract them.
Okay, so one thing most views are stuck at 22 to 25.
If you fall onto an island filled with snakes, you might try to run for high ground as fast as you can, but the heavy...
Dude, the sound effects are so loud I had to turn it down, and I can't hear the voice through it, really. Then...
thumping of your footsteps will only attract them. Instead, walk slowly towards the high ground without any...
Man, I'm really wondering how this is hitting the algorithm if everybody uses the same type of song that Zach D Films uses. It's like, it's the same one. I don't know if you're using the exact same one, but it all sounds like that music. Anyway, you're saying if people fall on an island full of snakes. Now, I don't think this will get caught in the conflict radius of about the real island full of snakes, but also this is like
If you fall onto an island filled with snakes,
it makes me wonder if this has been done before. Guys, give me a second. I want to search this because it depends on where the idea came from. But I feel like that's a really popular concept. What if you fall on an island full of snakes? How to survive Snake Island. What makes Brazil Snake Island so dangerous? Because you called it Snake Island, I think it might actually be falling into it a little bit because title is considered when it comes to semantic ID. Yeah, this one's called Snake Island. Snake Island. Maybe that's it. If I were to do this, I probably would have anchored it into that and then how to survive Brazil's Snake Island. If you're already going to get caught in the conflict radius, you might as well make it obvious and then make it obvious what you're doing different. That's what I would do, at least to test it out. I don't know for sure that strategy would work until I did it myself. But you're saying a lot of these are getting caught in the 30K, which is the level of the conflict radius. If you're doing something that everybody else is doing, that's where it'll cap you. So when it comes to conflict radius stuff, it'll consider a few things like the title. I explained this the other day, and then something clicked. It'll consider the title and the metadata and all that stuff when it's early on, but once it gets to like 30,000, then it goes through the transcript and all the frames and everything to make sure it's original. And so a lot of people that use other people's content get stuck at that 30K jail, especially clip farmers, because they're using other people's clips. But yeah, it suddenly made sense that it does a lot more research at the 30K mark. Anyway, this has nothing to do with this advice, but hopefully what I said helps out a little bit. I would recommend trying a different song because it's too close to Zach D Films. I'm seeing a lot of the Zach D Films stuff. It's not really surviving very well. Superficial's doing really good. I saw his. Let's take a look at Superficial, and I want to point out some stuff that he does right. Superficial is one of our VIPs. Oh my god. What the fuck? Hold on. What am I doing here? At Superficial 2. There. Alright, one of the recent ones, let's just take a look.
This shopkeeper was about to throw a PlayStation away into a...
Okay, at least the music is different. It's not a pizzicato ba-dum dum dum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum bum. That's every Zach D Films song, so at least this is different.
Shopkeeper was about to throw a PlayStation away into a trash bin.
Okay, I mean, I can immediately connect with that. The PlayStation resonates, I understand what that is. And then I'm like, oh my god, why would you throw that away? So the very first sentence is so good.
But when a nearby man saw it, he shouted, "Hey, stop!" He ran over with a phone in his hand recording the video and asked, "Instead of it being thrown away, please give it to me." The shopkeeper thought for...
Okay, so I think what really grabs me on this is it's telling a story. I don't know if you do storytelling. This is more hypothetical Zach D Film stuff. If you do this, then this happens. And this is how this works. So that could be a couple things. Really, I just experiment with your formats. Because you got talent, you got a good setup, just try different things, honestly. I don't know how YouTube is looking at this niche anymore. The one thing that made me stick out with it, the John Scott stuff, is that I was in it. I always put myself in the scenes. So that's one way to stick out, for sure. But a lot of people would like to remain faceless. So just try different things, man. Just try to experiment. Man, that's what I would do. I would just try a bunch of different things. Sorry if that wasn't very helpful. But, you know, like I tell everybody, the Discord. This one's called Mr. Simply Why. Maybe it's a very similar channel.
Why does ketchup refuse to come out until it explodes? You shake it, nothing happens. You hit it, still nothing. It's because ketchup is a non-Newtonian fluid. It behaves like a solid until enough force is applied.
So this one got caught in the 30K. What can I do to improve myself and escape 30K jail? I am making this type of video.
But when that's
So, like I was talking about before, if you're covering stuff that everybody else has talked about, you're not even in the 30K jail, dude. I don't see a single one. Yeah, you're still with seed audience. So, if the transcript is directly saying stuff that other shorts channels do, or other channels in general, then it's gonna limit the amount of impressions. But that's usually the 30K area. Really, if you're caught this low, it means that people are leaving. And I'm gonna say it's because your footage isn't unique. There's nothing, it just looks like stuff other people recorded and you put it together with a concept to explain it. So, I'd recommend recording your own footage or animating something, like drawing it. Just like show it in a way that nobody else can. That's really, everybody in the chat needs to be focusing on what can I do differently? What do I do that nobody else can do? But everything you're doing right now, I could do in like 2 minutes. So, I mean, everything you're doing right now can be done with some dude's AI tool that he's trying to sell everybody before they realize it's a scam. So, that's probably where you're getting caught the most. This amount of views, these amount of views are just, that low amount of views leads me to believe that people are swiping away. And it's not even YouTube worried about the concept. It's worried about getting good content. All right, we got Pepper Guru.
Ever poured your heart into a perfect pepper plant only to find out it's a total fraud? This RB003 is not what it seems. Here's why I ripped it out and what I did next. You might be looking at your phone screaming, "No, keep it, eat it, don't waste it." After 30 years of growing peppers, here's why that's a trap. For starters, it's just not the right thing, and keeping it risks cross-pollination, mislabeled seeds, and chaos.
Okay, while I like the pitch in the beginning, I think it will only resonate with your target market. But if you started it with, everybody told me to stop ripping it out, but I did it anyway, and here's why. Like, then you give me, a layman, context on why this is so important, and then I'm going to stick around. But this stuff, have you ever? No, I haven't, so I'm leaving, right? You'll still connect to your target market if you start with them telling you not to pull the plant. But I gotta say, the first 10 seconds could have been cut out.
Ever poured your heart into a perfect pepper plant only to find out it's a total fraud?
Yeah, you are only addressing pepper planters.
RB003 is not what it seems.
Yeah, so that also, no idea.
Here's why I ripped it out and what I did next.
Okay, yeah, so all that 10 seconds of nothing, dude. Now, you have a very strong following, obviously, because it still did well, but we're talking the difference between, like, community strong or viral strong. And so, if you want to expand to millions of views, then you have to say something that can connect to all of them. So my community told me to never rip pepper plant out, but here's why I did. But I did it anyway because this is a scam or something like, I can't remember what you said, but throw in the word scam in there if you can involve that in your hook somewhere. Strong word, okay? 36,000. Man, that's a strong community because that hook wasn't very good. Like, but it is to them because they connect to it. I don't know. Pepper Guru, you're really good. You've always been good. I think you could Kevin it. Really, if you just, like, everything that Kevin does, I understand because he talks down. Okay, let's move on. If you guys, any of you in the plant niche, you'll know who I'm talking about when I say Kevin. General tip, how can I enhance the hook? That's what my specialty is. It's Kevin Bacon, by the way.
Who can make it? Ringo.
Man, that took forever.
4K Gaming.
Oh, God.
Who can make it? Ring goes first.
Okay, who can make it? What you showed here at the beginning is too confusing. Who can make it? I only see one car. Okay, So this pick a color might, like, the visual hook could be better if you have those at the top. And yeah, here's what I would do. I don't know why it's taking forever to load.
Who can make it? Green goes first.
Yeah, so I would do, who can make it? You got green rolling at the beginning or whatever, and you have the 3 cars at the top, and it's got the colors. It says, who can make it? I would probably reword that. I don't know. But add some stakes to it. And so as green starts to hit the ramp, then you can bring the color picker off. Like, you can pull it up as the bottom video, which is this one we're looking at, fills the screen. And so you kind of get best of both worlds. Yeah, because when you start it like this, I understand that you're trying to add the context. Honestly, do it with this one. Add the context. Oh my God, I get what you're doing, but it's too fast. You want people to be like, oh my God, did he make it? Right? Because you stopped them, but it's way too fast.
Who can make it?
Yeah. That's, yeah, you fell into a creator trap where you think the context is there, but it's not really. I hope you shared this with someone first, or if you did, I mean, they should have been honest and said, I didn't see what happened at the beginning. But yeah, that's how you could improve the hook. Just a little bit more clarity. If you start the blue car way, way back and you have the colors at the top, they can pick it, and then it goes to green goes first, right? So it's like a half and half. Now I understand both parts of it. I'm going to pick a color, and then you could, like, honestly, I would do this sound where it's like the pause, or you could do a click, and then it pauses the blue car, and then you move on to green. Anyway, that's what I would do. It's just clarity. However you do it is fine. But yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I recently just had that issue too. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you guys that so you can understand. This should help. We're going to jump to VIPs here shortly, and then we're going to get back to reviewing, and we'll just keep rolling. We'll go as fast as possible and hopefully get through a ton of people. But I wanted to show you this half and half thing that I did to kind of give you the idea. Bum bum ba 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 ba. Bum bum ba 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 ba. And now you guys can see the intro to this new video. Anyway. All right, so I'll play it right now. You guys can take a look, and then I'll point out the half and half thing I was just talking about. Whoa. Okay. No matter what shorts jail... Oh my God, come on, man. No matter what... Oh, goodness. It's like taking forever. No matter what shorts jail you're in, there's a way out. And I've got 5 of the fastest ways right here. And a little present to make sure you get out like these other creators that have done the exact same thing. Okay, so I just had to show a shitload of information. And the only way that I could have done both to give the context of the board is behind me and I have to point out this one thing is to do the half and half. So here I am rolling and they pop out, but I want to point out this one. The best way I could do it is to show it and then do a half and half to give the context of that's where it is behind me. And so that's why, right? And I animated them separately to make it look like they were jumping at the same time. But yeah, that's how I did it. And so yours would essentially be the top bottom version of that, right? Yep. Anyway, that's this is a very ridiculous intro that I wanted to do. My biggest issue here is that I wanted to show this shot because it's impressive, but because of all the string, but I also wanted to show this shot, but the intro, I'm actually like pulling the thread instead, and it looked really powerful, but it would be confusing. There was too much I wanted to show at the same time. Anyway, now people can understand it. They can understand, oh, what is this? John's holding this thread. What's he going to do? Yeah, he's going to rip it off and reveal. Yeah. And there's one that hits me in the head, and then, yeah, anyway, that's the deal. So hopefully that helps a little bit. How long does it take to edit a video? Couple days. I think maybe like 20 to 30 hours. But recently it's been more like 15. Actually, that intro probably took 5 hours. And that's where I put most of my effort. But you got to understand, I had to build the set. I had to like get all the string rolled through. So maybe it was a bit more. 10 hours for the intro, and then the rest probably would take 10 hours. But I'm still in the middle of it. So anyway, let's move on. I was reading Marcin MKJ's question there. Couple days, yeah. See, everybody is like, they think it's crazy that I spend so much time, but like, do you want to go viral or not? Like, do you want to build a business or not?
Your turn, Becky.
Okay, moving on. We don't do Roblox rants anymore, but go to my channel and watch the last 2 videos. Those have Roblox rants hooks for you as a consolation prize. I think it's Roblox rants, or is it Minecraft rants? I don't know. Also, if you don't make those comics, there's gonna be a problem. Hold on, I'm curious, Misley Yaps, do you make these comics, or are you just taking comics? Because there's a big difference there. Credit doesn't mean anything. Speaking of credit, POV bro asked me to split the diamonds I found. Why is the credit here? What does that mean? I know this creator, Remlick. They're in the Discord, so I'm not pushing them away. I'm just curious what the credit there is. Bro asked me to split the diamonds I found. So I like the text hook, but I assume it connects to, it's not his clip. Okay. I mean, he made the mod. Oh, dude, you should probably put mod credit or something like that, because right now it seems like it's not your content. See, the person right above you said it's not his clip. That's what I would assume too. So either clear that up or at least throw it in the description or something like that. I never see mod credits. That's a different one. But also, I don't mess with the niche. I just want some feedback on what to do better. Okay. Anyway, I've sat here and ranted for a minute. Let me just pause it so I can give you some actual advice. Okay, so I like it. Now I understand why the mod credit was so important, because you can't really do that without it. Yeah, your text hook sucks. That's the only problem. It's like a really great payoff, but to split them, to share them. Oh my god, no, it's a good hook now, but I didn't understand it. Maybe you could work on the clarity of that. Bro asked me to split the diamonds I found. Bro asked to split the diamonds we found would make more sense to me, because you are splitting them 1-to-1, right? Or 50-50. Bro asked to split the diamonds 50-50. There's your text hook. Now it all makes sense, and then it cuts in half. Yeah. All right. Damn. That's good advice. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of you. Now I understand it. And you also lose a lot of the words, which is always a good thing. The less words you can use, the better. This did well at first in my views. Is it possible my orders can go viral again? Typically, right now, shorts can get another boost if YouTube finds out what you do later. Like if it doesn't know your perfect target audience, and then like 10 shorts down the line, it finds out, it can start sending your old shorts to them. Or if somebody watches a full short, it'll show your old ones to them. It's only when that happens dramatically and then YouTube connects some dots, it'll start showing it to a bunch of people. So, yeah. Okay, so... Oh, okay, I get it. How in the hell would I improve this? I love all of... Dude, this is so creative. This... If you wouldn't be offended, I would love to use this right here as an emoji in the Discord. I'm gonna take a screen cap of it, and if you say yes, we're gonna use it. Because it's such a good pose. I love it. Anyway, so this is really, really cool. I think that your template is awesome. I just don't know if it hits people as like, this is super... You know, sometimes you can give too much value. Sometimes you can really overdo it, and they're like, okay. When you give too much value, it demeans the value point. So what I tell people on shorts is like, focus on one thing, right? And this right here is a little bit different, but you know what? I'm gonna go over to Hookbomb. Let's take a look at some fitness real quick, just to see if there's anything. It's health and fitness. Oh, you know what? I told you about this, where it like targeted one thing. I'm wondering what better formats you could use, because like really that's the issue here is formats. Let me take a look at your other ones real quick. What? Dude, there's so many crazy things you do. I almost want you to be like, this is gonna end up being an artist channel, I swear. Yeah, so I think you're focusing on like trying to give as much value as possible, that it's getting lost in the amount of value it actually offers. So if anything, I would say, are you struggling with this? Or here's something my doctor told me that here's something my doctor told me that nobody seems to talk about. Or my doctor told me how to burn belly fat, and I've never heard of this. Now you have a hook that's something new to people, something that's like, okay, and you only have that one thing to focus on. Like this is the topic, right? And so I think that that'll help you a lot more, especially like if you have before and afters like this, it looks like a before and after. I would focus on those a lot, just constant, like here's a before and after, here's exactly what I did. And like, that's one short. And even if it's multiple things, you can focus on each thing per short. But yeah, it seems like you're offering too much per short, even though I do love it. I think it's super artistic. It's just about figuring out exactly how to pitch the one piece of value. This is, oh man, this channel's really, really cool. I'm gonna subscribe because I'd like to keep up with it. This is, like, all the stuff you do editing-wise is so impressive. Okay, right now, guys, we're gonna go to the VIPs, and then we're gonna get back to regular reviews, all right? So, the way I got this set up is I got a VIP timer. We have 8 VIPs, and I usually take a lot more time with them, and I don't want to get lost in it. So, I'll try to roll through these, but if I get caught at the end, I have a add 60 seconds thing. So what I gotta do first is just open it, the timer, which I forget where I put. It's probably somewhere in Creator Rant. Actually, you know what? It's in here, and here, and here. There we go. So there's the timer. And then I'll just put it over here where you guys can see it, and I'll add it right here. Give me 1 sec. If you can't give me a second, then what are you doing? Oh, wait, that worked fast. Okay, and then I'll just make it smaller so everybody can see. And we'll put it right up there. Okay. Cool. All right, so we're doing VIPs. For those that don't know, VIP, if you go to realcreator.community, you can join the VIPs too. Or if you're in the Discord, you'll probably see something like this, and it says unlock access, and then there's just a link there. But it'll just look like this without these two. So, yeah, that's that. I forgot to show the full thing, but you get the idea. Unlock access under VIP if you want to. But it is $30 a month. So that's the only way we can keep the slop out. I really hate doing subscription, but anybody could pay $30 once and then be in there forever. And we're trying to be somewhat exclusive. So, yeah. I do hate subscriptions, but that's the only way we can do it. So let's roll with the first one. Just trying to be transparent with you all. Let's start. There we go. All right, this one is Nerdy Work. Short link number 1. Nerdy Work. Just learning shorts, trying to get better at storytelling. Cool. Okay. Man, why did that take so long? Let's see. 1 second here. I want to answer a couple questions. We're gonna pause this. Is it an ABO or a one-time payment? So the Real Creator thing is a monthly thing to try to limit the amount of people that can come in. But the Hook Bomb, which I see somebody else mentioning, is one time. And Hook Bomb gets updated. We've been trying to do Hook Bomb weekly to update it, but I got caught up in so many different things. But there's a ton of niches in it. Let me just move this real quick. There's a ton of niches in it. You can do faceless and show like faceless content. And like when you look inside it, like, I have to add more animations. Typically they're in arts. If you have an animation channel, look in art right now. I just added animation because I want to move them over there. But yeah, you can look at the details. You can see exactly how the hook is broken down. You get a bunch of examples for different niches. I can only do like 3 per. I just add this stuff manually. We don't have any AI doing this because there's psychology to it, and AI just doesn't fucking know how human brain work. So, yeah, anyway, I break them down and you can replace all the important stuff with your stuff. And so, yeah, like what I want niche related item or concept, you just replace it with your niche related item or concept. What is that one? What I want my sketchbook to look like. Yeah. What I want my, I don't know, what I want my desk to look like or be like or whatever. You get the idea. Anyway, that's Hook Bomb. It is a one-time purchase, but yeah. Now I'll restart it and we can do this thing. Okay. So IT support for IT support.
Tech support. How can I assist your IT professional today?
Yeah, my IT guy's not working.
Can you describe the issue?
He keeps asking if I restarted it, and I have restarted it.
Okay. Have you tried restarting your IT worker?
Yeah, he's still doing the same thing.
Okay. Is he making deep sighing noises?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's a feature, not a bug. Was there 6...
Dude, I saw a version of this that did not have all this good shit in it. There was like, you never saw the second person and you didn't have any subtitles or anything. Like, this is a massive improvement.
Thank you for calling IT Tech Support for your IT Tech Support. How can I assist your IT professional today?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I would go for is, of course, the eye line is fine, but the caption, I would try to bring it up because you're going to get caught in that one little area I always talk about. Oops, what did I just do? This little stop, little place.
Yeah, my IT guy's not working.
So all of your stuff is getting caught under that subscribe button, and you know how I do.
Can you describe the issue?
He keeps asking if I restarted it, and I have restarted it.
Okay.
Okay, and then you jumped up to Karen. For the people that are just watching on their phone and they're reading, you just created a point of friction. They have to like look up at this thing now, so that's something you want to avoid.
Hurting your IT worker.
Yeah, he's still doing the same thing.
Okay. Is he making...
So try to make them only read one thing at once. And as for the overall advice, hold on, let me see the...
And allow him 30 minutes of anime time. Thank you.
Okay, anyway, the idea is a little convoluted. It might be difficult for everybody to understand. So I like it. It's just really deep. It's really deep comedy. So the shorts feed is sometimes it just needs to be surface level. Outside of that, I think it's really, really good.
Imagine you're trapped in a dark hangar with a revolver pressed against your head, and the only thing keeping you alive is how fast you can type. This isn't your average battle royale. You and 39 other players are forced into a survival contest where your words per minute is your only weapon. If your accuracy drops, the trigger gets pulled. And it gets worse because every time you hear a gunshot echo through the room, it means one of your friends just choked under pressure. It's basically typewriter.
Okay, so I already said my thing about I don't think that ads work very well in the shorts feed. But your question is, why is my video not getting pushed? If at some point you came off like you were like, dude, see, this got 10,000 views. This looks like something I said you should do.
Some dog is just stuck in the tree.
Yeah, you're like showing the good parts of it. So as far as it not getting pushed in the shorts feed, it tried one. Okay, so let's just back up. Here's YouTube's experience. It gave the normal amount of impressions, and then it's like, I'm not saying it was this one exactly, maybe it was this one, but it gave a normal amount of impressions and then realized, oh, this is an ad. Like, so the next one, it's like, I'm not gonna give it so many impressions. We'll see how, if he's gonna stay consistent with it. Then you did another one and it felt like an ad, and so that's what you're getting again. Like, that's my assumption here, because ads just don't work. And it's not like it's more like a review, but people kind of sniff the advertising through it, right? So, again, my advice isn't to be so obvious that you're advertising a game. Show that it's fun and make sure the value in it is entertainment rather than go do something, right? I would remove anything related to a call to action and see how it performs. Honestly, you'll get a lot more. Dude, just to be transparent with everybody, I don't try to push Hook Bomb. Like, the sales I get for Hook Bomb are when I show it working for other people. Not saying go buy Hook Bomb, but just showing an example of me finding a hook and then say, okay, yeah, well, why don't you try this? And then I go search for another one. It's not the fact that it's gotten over 10 million views already. It's the fact that I can show exactly how it works for somebody's case, and then other people are like, you know what? I want to do that. They saw the value through it. I wasn't pushing it. Sometimes I let people know about it, but yeah, I honestly think that's your problem. All right, Big Mayo Nash.
I heard if you find this dog early in the game, he can help you unlock a gun that instantly freezes enemies. Let's try it out.
That's a solid. Okay, I'm good with that.
Once you have dog meat, head back to Vault 111. Return to the Overseer's office and order dog meat into the storage cage over here. Now, ask him to fetch nearby items.
Think you can find something for me? See if there's any good stuff nearby, boy.
Okay, so your question was, this short has an 80% average percentage viewed. I'd expect the same, because it dawdles a little bit. Wondering if you notice anything I could have done. Yeah, so it takes a while to get to what you're talking about. Like,
and now,
I heard that if you did this, honestly...
I heard if you find this dog early in the game, he can help you unlock a gun that instantly freezes enemies.
Did you know dog meat actually unlocks a gun for you? Or did you know... a lot of people don't know that dog meat actually unlocks a special gun. There's your hook. And then, once you get them, head to Vault 111 or whatever, and then you continue the story. This could easily be a 20-second short, but because of the extra kind of fluffy conversational words you use, it extends it to 30 seconds. So, yeah, that's the way I would go about it. Honestly, I know you have Hook Bomb. Maybe you did kind of use one of the hooks and it just didn't work, and sometimes that happens, but you probably won't find the best hook for this in the gaming niche, which is why the multi-niche button is so important to me anyway. Like, I just do all niches and multi-niche, and I'll find hooks that really work for my case. Sometimes I'll have the idea and then I'll add a hook afterwards. So it's just a little tip for you. All right, this one is Kinji.
Who the? Alright, buddy. Finally gonna build you.
For anybody that doesn't know, Kenji was in the Discord, and he was like, is this blood gonna get me in trouble or whatever? And so he censored it instead. Oh my god.
Alright, buddy. Finally gonna build you a door.
Okay, so he said, big question is, how do I do a full proper hook in skit format without ruining the flow of it? I can't do a commentary hook. So I sort of answered that in the Discord. If you are doing clips from your game and you don't want to do any voiceover or commentary after the fact, like, so the other day I was doing this and this, then you use the dynamic highlight as a preview, and then you back it up and start the story from wherever you want to start it, which is what you did here. So I feel like that question was previously answered before. I tried the cold hook, first frame, chaotic moment. Yeah, also, is the blood from the gun enough to get me demonetized? No. But here's the thing. Without the context of you being in Discord, I didn't really know what happened. So it's not a good hook. Like, the format is good, but the clarity isn't there. It's just like, what the hell? Also, that is not my dog. Not the strongest beginning hook here. Like, you shot it, okay? But I didn't know you did that. So really your biggest issue is clarity on this one. And even that said, it seems like it still performed pretty well. I mean, what, 30,000? Honestly, with the lack of clarity there, that's still a pretty good performance. So that's it. Clarity. That's the big problem. And really, to fix that kind of stuff, all you need is just outside perspective. Ask people, are you confused here? Like, did I lose you? I'm going to add 60 seconds to get through the rest of these.
I just found a dark secret in my garden. A homicide has been committed, and there's not much evidence left. But is there a suspect in the area?
Damn it, I'm gonna get copyright claimed. Okay, so how is the storytelling? So much better than anything you've done story-wise, okay? Because the hook was there, I just found a dark secret in my garden. Great. I was curious what happened. The only problem is when you said there was a murder and I saw feathers, I already knew the end of the story. So your solution there was to build another curiosity loop, and you did. Who is the culprit or whatever, or there's a suspect, which is playful, but there's not a lot of stakes in it because, like, really all I know is, okay, it's one of the cats, right? But if you said something like, but one of my cats is acting funny, now I'm interested. I want to see what it's doing, right? But one of my cats is acting suspicious. Now I'm like, all right, let's see what it's doing, because it just made me pay attention again. If you just play it like you did and you say a suspect is in the, like, you're doing this abstract thing that doesn't really ground it in any curiosity for anyone that doesn't know you. So yeah, that's how I would fix that one. And I like it. I think it's good. I don't think it's too dark. I would never show an animal being harmed or anything. Like, that's, I mean, I would probably never even, I'd probably just skip you if you did that. So I don't think anything is bad here for your last question. Number 6, final double. One sec.
Into the water. I throw my darts always into the water to make them new again. How? With this. I just added soap, turn it on, and now we got a darts ultrasonic pad. 5 minutes every week, and your darts stay in top condition for your next 180.
Okay, so the hook here should have been
I throw my darts always into the water.
Okay, yeah, a little bit of a English thing there. I always throw my darts into the water. People always ask why I throw my darts into the water, but they have no idea how much money it saves me. There's a hook. And then the curiosity is like, what do you mean? How is that possible? And the cool thing about that hook is you can't really understand it until the very end when you see what the bath did. And then you're like, oh yeah, it cleans them or whatever. I can't remember how it saves them. But yeah, the clarity here, I throw my darts always into the water. I would always put always before throw, English-wise. But I always throw my darts into the water.
Throw my darts always into the water to make them new again.
To make them new again. Oh, okay. Well, how?
How? With this. I just added soap, turn it on.
Okay, then you blurred the thing that you showed immediately after. So, really, it's...
And now we got a darts ultrasonic pad. 5 minutes every week, and your darts stay in top condition for your next 180.
Okay. Yeah, man. Really, it's just a scripting thing here.
My darts always into the water to make them new again.
Yeah, the idea I pitched before probably would have helped a little bit more. Building up the things to be curious about. Really, it's easier if there's only one, because then you can explain a whole lot of things. Like, how would I turn this into one curiosity loop? You have like 3 here, but the way I would do it in one is I always throw my darts into the water, but my friends have no idea that I'm. I always throw my darts into the water, but my friends have no idea it's the reason I always beat them. My friends have no idea that when I throw my darts into the water, it's the reason I'm beating them. Something along those lines. And then that curiosity loop can only be solved by getting to the end, because it needs the full explanation. Okay, so, and then we've got 2 more. Yeah. We have a lot, man.
Your friend just gave you a box of goodies.
Oh, nice.
How do you show your appreciation?
I don't know.
You don't give them diamonds or netherite.
Don't give that shit.
No, you give them.
I'm gonna talk about something, and then we're gonna get back to reality. So let me do Olivia. There's something I want to say about Bitter after this. Skipped, motherfucker.
All
I'm
the
just
yarn I
kidding.
brought
Okay.
with me on my trip to Jamaica. All the yarn I brought with me on my trip to Jamaica. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a bit. And you might be like, Olivia, are you really gonna spend all your time in your hotel room crocheting? No, I'm gonna be crocheting on the balcony, by the pool, on the beach. I'll be enjoying my time in the sun, but I'm taking my crochet with me. All the yarn I brought.
Okay. You said general advice. I don't feel like the hook was the strongest on this one, but I think the overall story point came across well. I think you're right. The story came across well, but I didn't understand it when you first started, and so maybe the hook was a little confusing. All the yarn I brought with me, all the yarn I didn't connect. I don't know why, but yarn wasn't a word that I expected in that context, so I didn't connect the dots until I backed it up.
All the yarn I brought with me on my trip to Jamaica.
If you said something like, let me show you what I brought on my trip to Jamaica, or my boyfriend can't believe I brought this on my trip to Jamaica, and then you do the reveal, the open in the bag, but there's a reason, like I don't know, that's the kind of thing that I would have done. Just maybe a little bit of a reveal there, and then I like the second, honestly, the second curiosity loop was fine. You might be like, Olivia,
are you really gonna spend all your time in your hotel room crocheting?
Yeah, so what's the plan, right? That's a good one. But I agree, the hook was just a little different. And honestly, I don't have much else to say because I know what you're capable of. So, yeah, if anything, I hope that's all you need from me. It's like, yeah, I kind of feel it too. It's just a little confusing. Okay, back to Bitter. Bitter. All right, so Bitter did this one the other day. Bitter's been using Hook Bomb, which has helped his content go from like low to now he's getting at the 30K mark. But the time he broke out of the 30K mark, sad to say, wasn't Hook Bomb. But I hope Hook Bomb helped at least get his mind to this area. But I will say what his strength is now, I don't think it has anything to do with hooks, which is not great for my business, but whatever.
Your house sucks, but it's not because it's made out of dirt. It's because it doesn't have a dope-ass wizard tower on it. Put a dope-ass wizard tower and it would be a good house. This house also sucks. It's otherwise fine, but it doesn't have a dope-ass wizard tower on it. Put a dope-ass wizard tower on it. Do people still say dope? Should I say something else instead of dope? I'll try Riz. I'll try Riz instead.
The reason that this performs well is because of who this guy is. It's his, the moment I found his channel, I told him, dude, your personality, like, shines. You just keep creating. Please join my Discord. Something like that. And this is what I was expecting to happen. This is what I was waiting for. His personality, this idea, it's like not... This is what a real fucking creator is. He explored virality, but then he found himself, and this is like... name somebody doing this. This is straight up only him. I've never seen anything like it, where he's got the voice overlaying and like it just keeps fucking going and going, and I'm still fucking watching because it's funny. It's him, and I wonder what the next random shit he's gonna do is. And so when I look at this one, I don't have any tips for you, dude. I think the grasshopper has moved on. I think you found something special, and you might have been questioning it a while because you wanted to try this and try that and really focus on going viral, when really, I mean, I think it helped, but now I think you're in the pocket. You're in a good spot, okay? So I don't have much to offer you anymore as far as this goes, but because like that's not something I can help other people with. Like, oh, you want to be like Bitter? Like, it's not the same thing. But with ideas and stuff I can help, but this is like, man, there's like certain types of content that people create that there's nothing I can help with, really. So I got nothing to say except great work, okay? You can improve it by creating more like it. All right, let's get back to the normies, the non-VIPs, the regular people. All right, let's give her a spin. We're gonna do that. Right, number 23. Bitwise. This was my best performing short, 3,000 views. I didn't reach the normal, but it didn't even reach the normal seed audience of 30,000. Yeah, 30,000 is not a seed audience. 1,000, maybe 2,000 is a seed audience, but 30,000 is not.
Why doesn't this code work? Let's have two dictionaries, A and B, and I want to add them together to make a new dictionary.
How do you know it doesn't work? Like, I need that context. Why doesn't it work? Is this an error code? Is that what's going on there? Because I guess that makes sense. If that.
But you'll see that when I run this code, it actually gives me an error that this plus symbol doesn't work for merging two dictionaries. Can you figure out how to fix it? Put your guess in the comments below.
Okay, so there's no value you offered. So this was your best performing short because you created some curiosity. Why doesn't it work? But like, people want to know what the fix was. And so right now you created a community piece, a bit of a community content so people can talk to you and figure it out with you. But that's not the kind of thing that reaches a ton of people. The thing that reaches a ton of people is you figured it out, you solved it, and now they learned something, right? Because I didn't get any value out of that. I don't code or anything, but if I did, I'm like, thanks, man. Thanks for nothing. You know what I mean? So I think that's the issue there. All right, let's move on. Teach and entertain. If you want, I mean, I'm not saying you don't have to. I'm not saying don't create stuff like that, because that is really, really strong for community. But if you're looking for mass views, it's not the way to go.
Are you tired of constantly failing the parkour to get to the 3 fingers?
I can't see shit. How is the hook?
Well, just follow my steps, and you will get down every time. Drop down on these beams, all the way to the bottom.
All right, couple things. Odds are this is probably covered already. Second, the voice, it's like robotic. So it just kind of feels like somebody took stuff and threw it online. It's difficult to really, it's difficult to help it because it's something that anybody else can do, right? The hook itself,
Are you tired of constantly failing the parkour to get to the 3 fingers?
Failing the what?
To get to the 3 fingers. Constantly failing the parkour to get...
Failing the parkour. Oh, okay. Easy, frenzied, flame, parkour, skip. Okay, if there's something that you can skip a level, like, that's where... I wouldn't start with a question here. Everybody always dies here, but what most people don't know is that you can skip it entirely. There's your hook. That's what I would do. And then you explain how to go from there. And doing a hook like that should actually set you apart from a lot of people that covered the same area, if that's possible. So, I'd write that down and maybe use that hook for the next one and see how it works for you. I brighten up the footage too, because that's like very difficult to see. What can I improve for future uploads? Right now I feel like the hook needs more work. Okay, let's take a look. Take a look at the hook.
There is one weapon you should always use in Shadow Fight 2. You might think it is the Composite Sword or the Blood Reaper, but you're wrong. Let me explain. The Composite Sword has great range versatility and a strong enchant, but it has poor recovery time. The Blood Reaper has great range, but it is vulnerable up close. The real best weapon is the Daisho.
Okay, let me back up real quick.
There's one weapon you should always use in Shadow Fight 2.
I think the hook is fine. Really, it's the delivery of it that might be a little off-putting. It's just a little more monotone than I would expect a gaming tip video.
There is one weapon you should always use in Shadow Fight 2. You might think it is the Composite Sword or the Blood Reaper, but you're wrong. Let me explain. The Composite Sword has great range versatility and a strong enchant, but it has poor recovery time.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's fine. Outside of what I've already said, I think it's fine. I think the template of it is great. Like I think it's a great script, honestly. But if there's not genuine interest in this specific weapon or sword or something like that, there might be a problem there. Really, dude? I mean, what is it? How long have you been doing this? Oh, yeah. Keep creating, okay? Whatever you did here, just keep doing this. Because YouTube is still learning about what you do. You've only had 3 shorts. And so that's why I was so confused. I'm like, this is a good script. So maybe the game's not popular. But that's probably not the case. It's just that you just got started. So don't feel discouraged, man, because that was a really good setup. It was good. Spidey Steve, I thought this would do better. That's what he said.
Who would I cast if I was making a life series movie?
Who are you? And why is your opinion important?
I'm going to be fan casting the life series members, starting with Grian. We need somebody funny, would say in their 20s to 30s probably.
So I guess I would start like, what if
I was making a life series movie?
Yeah, you say it like, what if you make it about you rather than the abstract thought of what if, I'm sorry, Grian, is that what it's called? Or a life series? Life series movie fan cast. Okay, so what if life series was real life? Bam, there, that's the hook, and now people are interested, right? Like, okay, this guy's talking hypothetical about this. But instead, you said, what if me. And if people don't know who me is, then they head on out. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but really, that's the issue. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, honestly, it's the way that your hook was presented that made people less interested than if you just talked about the concept. And then outside of that, if people are interested in life series, I don't even know what this is, but if there was interest in this, then, or if there's no interest in this, then it's going to struggle anyway, is what I was going to say. I've been monetized Minecraft niche for a while, only get long forms to perform well. Okay. Yeah, really, man, it's just the hook. I love that you're showing your face. I think it's really, really strong. But you've been doing Minecraft this long, and then that one pops a little bit, and I think, man, this, I didn't even realize it was Minecraft related. There's no Minecraft visual.
I cast if I was making a life series movie. I'm going to be fan casting the life series members, starting with...
Okay, there. Yeah, so clarity and the hook, really. Dude, honestly, the rest of it, people probably stuck around for, but it was all that stuff I said before.
Mojang just removed the best feature of the new Sulfur
I'm in already.
Cubes. Or did they? Since the new Sulfur Cubes came out in Bedrock Preview. The community has found some crazy uses for, including flying machines with slow falling potions, zip lines with packed ice, and animated builds with invisible sulfur cubes. Oh no, a ghast! Oh, that was close.
Okay. I think the short should probably be done now.
Anyway, when the sulfur cubes came to Java Snapshot, people discovered that a lot of these
Okay, there's a lot more going on now. It's losing me.
tricks didn't work, and they got mad. Which is pretty much how this ghast is making me feel with its constant
Okay, now it feels more like a rant.
fireballs. Anyway, all these angry people thought that Mojang had removed these abilities from the sulfur cube. But what they'd forgotten was
I'm not seeing the abilities you're talking about. It's just gameplay.
these techniques were discovered on Bedrock Edition, which is notorious for its bugs. Oh yes.
Okay, that was good.
Finally, some quartz. There's tons here. Mojang didn't remove these abilities from the sulfur cube. They just coded it more robustly on a better version
Am I missing something? I'm not seeing these abilities you're talking about.
of the game. Anyway, some people have found new ways to make these contraptions work with the Java implementation of the knockback code. So it's a good lesson to be learned. Instead of
Okay, I think you're combining a lot of just regular gameplay with maybe the concepts you're talking about. It also seemed like there was too much shit to talk about. Like you just I would simplify the concept a little bit. Here, one more time.
Let's remove the best feature of the new sulfur cubes. Or did they? Since the new sulfur cubes came out in Bedrock Preview, the community has found some crazy uses.
Yeah, okay.
Including flying machines with slow falling potions, zip lines with packed ice, and animated builds.
Yeah, so I'd work on how can you simplify the script a little bit more and say less. That's probably the biggest issue I can pick out. I really think it's good though, honestly. 23,000. Yep. It's good. Number 36. Funny memers. This is usually not promising. I had submitted earlier, but my questions weren't answered. Yeah, well, I can only do so much. I always want to clarify that my meme tunes use AI for background music. I heavily edit them, mostly write the lyrics. I didn't feel right taking full credit. Should I continue commentary video? Let me just look at it real quick. Because I'm assuming, I hope it's your content.
Ever feel like your builds are on steroids? Because same. It's a literal heavy lift. I'm saying, ever feel like your builds are on steroids?
Okay. I'm not sure what this is. Hold on. Some of my questions weren't answered. Meme tunes. I don't remember what this stuff is about, bud. Sorry. But anyway, I can tell that this is like really slow, and I didn't understand it because I was looking at the picture and I was trying to figure out how it connects to what you're talking about. So it's a little difficult. And then I also don't understand what heavy lift is. I don't know how, like, if you said something that related or was a pun about the word bill, then it would make sense as a comedy joke, but I don't know what this means, literal heavy lift. So I think clarity is your biggest issue right now, okay? There's not much more I could say about that. And also, but it seems like original content, which I highly recommend continuing. As far as the stuff you were talking about before, I don't remember what that is. I'm sorry.
What game has the most insane builders?
Okay. Not sure it's the strongest question to ask, but the way that you presented it is fine.
You may think of Build-A-Boat for Treasure, known for its absolutely wild builds, and someone made a nuclear bomb in it. Yep. You can also think of the game Plane Crazy, with some pretty interesting planes that people have built, like this missile plane. Yeah, I think people like making war stuff. Anyway, this one game has literally everything you can think of. Someone literally made a Cobby lane mechanism. Someone else made a skin.
That's awesome. So, I don't know, is this Roblox or something? Because I probably would have said that at the beginning. Instead of just saying what game, because I'm thinking of, like, games in general.
What game has the most insane builders?
Yeah.
You may think of Build-A-Boat for Treasure.
I was thinking, like, alright, the games that you build on, Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox. You're, like, diving into the micro games of whatever game this is.
Known for its absolutely wild builds, and someone made a nuclear bomb in it. Yep. You can also think of the.
I think the rest of this is fine. I would probably get to like the good, like the nuke is consider that a value point, right? Imagine that you're making a list and like all the really cool things that you talk about, like the Kaby Lane mechanism, that's very, very cool. So however quick you can get to that next part that's really cool, it'll help you a lot. All right. Anything else that you can cut out, just try. I think brevity is your friend on this one. And then like probably right around 25 or whatever, you've said like 5 great things. I'd cut it. Just, all right, we're done. So pick your favorites.
Showcase.
Pick your favorite and favorite example along with it. Yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit.
Someone else made Grow a Garden, and yeah, this is weird. The game is Obby created.
The reveal is just like, oh, by the way. Hi, John. Hi. Why do you think this isn't performing very well? I'm guessing it may be the music. Levels too much. I didn't realize how overplayed the song was. The related video is Other Side of Secret Ladder. Okay. Day 5 at Flatlined. That's usually how it goes.
I just found a secret in Dark Souls that completely breaks the early game. I just found a secret in Dark Souls that completely breaks the early game. You can access the Undead Merchant Lady and her shortcut, cheese the Capra Demon, free Laurentius early, and even get all the way to the Gaping Dragon. And it all starts with this ladder.
This is so strong, dude. It is so good, but you are so micro-niched into your niche that this will only appeal to like very specific people. People that play the game, obviously, but people that like religiously play the game. I think I played Dark Souls. I can't remember how far I got, but I don't remember any of this stuff. Maybe I didn't get that far. But anyway, when you talk about something that can generally relate or be relevant to any game player, like I just found the craziest bug. It doesn't matter what game it is. People are interested in what the bug does, what it looks like, that sort of thing. So that's the appeal of a viral video. Whereas this is like, it appeals to like 100 or 200 people. You know what I mean? I'm under exaggerating there, but you get the idea. And the way that you have it laid out is very, very strong, especially the tangible, the ladder. That was like such a good hit, man.
Speak to her from above, dropping it here.
Because you simplified it. You had this bigger concept and then you went ladder. And then now everybody's like laser focused. Okay, where does this go from here? Man, that's a really good tip. I almost like want to steal that.
Lets you unlock her shortcut. Back to her, we can drop down to get to the depths. Jumping again here puts us above the depths bonfire.
Man, Dark Souls is so hard to show the footage and actually understand the context of what the hell is happening. It's always so dark.
Let's descend
Souls.
Back to Firelink. Now Gaping Dragon. Follow the path.
Okay, I think I get it from there. Hopefully the things that I've said help you out a little bit. This 2000. Yeah, I really think the only problem is like the very limited target market you got there. The more details you added into it, the smaller the audience became. Hopefully that makes sense. Ba la 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 la. Number 69. Okay.
This is the most forgotten thing in Roblox Rivals. First, to unlock it, you need to shoot 10 different targets from the normal ones. After that, a secret laboratory would open.
Okay, so I think it's strong. Your hook starts strong, but when you say the word thing, it makes it very, very weak. This is the most forgotten thing. Like, what do you mean, right? Is it the most forgotten quest? Is it the most forgotten weapon? The most, like, be a little more specific, and it should help.
Most forgotten thing in Roblox Rival.
It's easy to want to say thing because it relates to a lot more, but the more specific you can get in that area, the better you'll do.
First, to unlock it, you need to
unlock what?
To shoot 10 different targets from the normal ones.
Normal what? Oh, from the normal targets?
After that, a secret laboratory would open. Inside you will find a chicken from the trailers of Rivals which you can talk to. Upon talking, You'll be given a choice.
Yeah. Okay, so now the text you're showing is kind of cut off.
To fight 2 bots, which then you'll be entered into the boss arena. It will take multiple tries to defeat this boss, but once upon defeating it you will gain nothing.
Okay, so hopefully I'm pointing out a few things, but you said something about you don't like your voice or you're not comfortable using it, so you use an AI voiceover. Okay, but just know that in time, a lot of people are going to get more and more annoyed with this because everybody can do an AI voice, and typically, because it's so low barrier, AI voice equals bad content. That's what it will be eventually. And so it either everybody has their own special AI voice or people just stop watching it in general. And I'm straight out stating that for all of you. It's tough. It's tough. Some of you VIPs, I've even told this, and I still stay with it. You can choose what you want to do, but it's hurting you.
What's your name, please?
My name's Journey.
Okay, moving on. La da 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 da. $105. I'm guessing some people have sent multiple. I don't know what you mean. How I was down, but now I'm up. There are 74 watching right now. How are there more than 100? Because people leave. When you submit and then you leave the stream, your submission doesn't get deleted. Pretty easy concept.
Who's the most famous person you've ever recorded? Today I got to record my good friend who was blowing up on Instagram and TikTok. If you don't know, his name is Eden from LI. He's done over 200K on Instagram. He has over 500K on TikTok, and he has over combined maybe 500 million views. So after going to school, studying, and going through classes and hitting the gym, where I found out my 67-year-old trainer can still do a...
Okay, so this is the most famous person I've ever met. And what are you talking about right now? Posted a vid like this in the Discord. Someone said the story needs to make more sense. Go with the hook. Yeah, okay. How did I execute? Yeah, so you divert from the original point of what you're talking about. And then better editing, not the editing, you need to hook better. So, hold on one sec.
Who's the most famous person you've ever recorded?
Who's the most famous person you've ever recorded? So you're showing this person, I don't know if it's you or not, but I don't know them, and so it's not relevant to the question. If there's a comment, if somebody asked that in chat or whatever, and you took a screen cap, and then, like, now it makes sense. Now I understand this concept. Like, somebody asked you. So my assumption there is you must be a photographer. Or if somebody asks you that question, you're important enough for them to want to know. So the assumption gets made. It's the implication of the thing. If there isn't a comment that you could do that with, then you need to show you using your photography gear or video gear or whatever, because that's the context that's missing. Right now, it's a dude with a phone, and so my immediate thought is, all right, so some dude goes around and records people with his phone. Like, it makes me not take it seriously. And this, it's just the context that you're providing.
Today I got to record my good friend who was blowing up on Instagram.
Okay, so this right here sort of made sense, where I thought it was you were pointing it at someone, or maybe a camera was getting pointed. But then I kept looking and I realized he's not pointing the camera at anybody. What is this? Like, you're filming nothing? Because that's the context you're giving. Now, I understand that you're filming him. Somebody's got to be behind this camera, but I have to think abstractly. Shorts viewers don't think that way. I mean, they do sometimes, but, like, I'm talking the majority of people, they dumb, right? So you really got to connect the dots for them.
On Instagram, he has over 500K on TikTok.
And then this social proof part took too long to explain. Really, I would be like, this is the most. Okay, first I would remove Eden from Lee, because that's the curiosity that you've built. Once you reveal it's this person, everybody leaves right then. They're like, oh, I don't know him, bailing. But if you say, people ask blah, 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 and the most famous person has this many, bop, 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 and then you move on, and the way that I got the job was I blah, 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 blah. Like, it relates to what you're talking about, and then you can end with the person. That's what they're sticking around to understand. But you created a small bit of curiosity without context or social proof there, like what you do. And then you ended it already. And then you go about your day and you talk about your trainer and stuff that can do the splits and all that stuff. And everybody lost curiosity at second 13 if they stuck around that long. So, might seem like I'm being harsh, but honestly, like, this just seemed like the perfect opportunity to give you as much value as possible and say, okay, well, here's where you start. This was a really good example. A lot of us will fall into that trap of adding so much into it because we think the viewer cares, but they really don't, especially if they don't know who you are. And that's why I tell people vlog content doesn't really work on shorts unless it's like a part of your vlog is like a full story, right? So yeah. All right, let's roll again. I know I went over time on that one, but that was a really good example. Really good opportunity to teach. All right, number 87. Ba-na-na-na. Ba-da-bow, ba-da. Hold on. I think he's talking about me. I thought it was worth pointing out. I'm straight ass, guys.
Is this actually?
All right, they can stay up for the rest of the. Just leave it up for the rest of the stream. Hey guys. All right, I'm done being straight ass. So, this person, all they said was, I want to get monetized. Let's take a listen.
Is this actually true that Gojo...
Bro, I've been waiting here for like 30 minutes waiting, bruh. You know, it's randomly picked. I'm sorry. But, you know, if you want help, maybe I'm just not the guy for you. This isn't the stream for you. Maybe. All right.
Is this actually true that Gojo's selfishness almost ended the whole world? And it sounds insane.
I'm so confused. Didn't you already submit, or was it just another channel just like this one?
Because people are saying that during the battle against Sukuna...
I swear you already I already went through this. Interesting. You know, I'm wondering if this is like a guru thing where people are saying, all right, well, do this. If I start seeing more channels like this, I'm just going to assume that some shorts guru is telling you to do it. But it's like this stuff is more intricate than that, so I don't know.
Gojo would have jumped him with everyone instead of actually true that Gojo's selfishness almost ended the whole world? And it sounds insane because people are saying that during the battle against Sukuna, Gojo would have jumped him with everyone.
Okay, I don't know what to offer this one. I think we already went through it. But if we didn't, then I'd go back and look at the other Gojo one that I offered because I had a lot of good advice there. Let's do a Q&A. How do you submit? It's in the description. It's very popular to explain anime things. Oh. I mean, it's the same format, though. It's like the exact same format. So I guess everybody can do that. I don't know why, but gurus are like, try this anime niche. Oh, okay, yeah. And so when I see that, once I saw the skeleton niche, it was obvious that they were trying to tell people, hey, this will make you rich. Actually, I just saw a guru yesterday post another skeleton meme thing. I'd call his ass out right now if I could remember what it was. I'm done pretending like these people don't exist. Like, if it's just irresponsible. What do I consider slop? Low effort content. That's it. It doesn't, not necessarily AI, but low effort content. Stuff that everybody else can do Stuff that takes nothing. That's it. Easy. Someone called John Ass. Yeah. It was awesome. Is it time for me to drop out of college? I don't think you should have gone in the first place. Do not clip that. How do I get my first 100 subscribers with tips and trick videos, not shorts? I don't know. I don't know. That's such a, it's too vague of a question. I don't even know what you do. All right, let's see here. I missed it. How do you give there? How do you give clarity without giving too much of the payoff? Clarity doesn't mean you tell the whole story up front. You just make it clear what the story is about. So, this game is the best. This is the best game your family can play on the weekends. Did I say it was Monopoly? No, I held Monopoly till the end, but I was clear about what I was talking about. That's how you do it. Boom! How often do I clean my play buttons? Yes, 2 days ago, actually. But not very often. One of them won't need cleaning here soon. Would you consider doing this for long form? Yep. In June or July, that's when I'll make the switch. It's gonna be both, right? I'll still focus on shorts, but I will eventually incorporate long form into this. I have like script templates and all sorts of stuff to offer for long form, but there's a reason that I'm not doing it right now. How does the seed audience work? I'm working on my second channel with a new niche. First video, 0 views. Second got 18K. Third got 0. And after re-uploading the next day, it's at 1K right now. Odds are you may have deleted one. That's typically like if something's going well for you and then you delete one, then YouTube will be like, well, we don't trust you anymore until you have some consistency. If that's not the case, then maybe the one that got 18K is something that YouTube doesn't really want. Could be somebody else's content that already exists on YouTube, could be AI content, could be ranking niche, could be a lot of things. So that's the best way I could answer that without actually seeing what your channel is. Okay. Okay, what's your process for finding not only good background music that you can use for free, but also one that matches your video? The best way you can go about this without being a musician, I was a musician well, I am a musician, but I was a studio musician for over a decade. And so when I always know what music I'm going for because I've been a professional at music. So I know exactly what to describe, what to search for. I use Epidemic Sound. But here's what I would do if I were you. I would go watch your favorite shorts or your favorite whatever and just copy that link and be like, that's the kind of vibe I'm looking for. And so if you don't know how to describe what that music is, you could give it to somebody else or give it to AI. Hell, put it in the Discord and ask me, and I'll be like, dude, that's funk. You want funk music. And then you go on Epidemic and you look for funk and you're like, oh, okay, these are closer to what I'm looking for. And so then you can build like a playlist that I have one called The Jams, and it's all the music that I use for specific type of content. So it's like a playlist called The Jams. I'll show you what that looks like here. But this song that you're hearing right now is a part of it. Yeah. So like this right here. Here's the music that I use. These are all the lo-fi chill songs, and then in the jams, these are all the ones I would use for vidIQ. And yep, it took a while to build that list, but once I had it, I kind of just kept using those to go to. I'm skipping the normal questions I don't answer. Does YouTube care about AI thumbnails? To be honest with you, I think humans care, and they care enough that they won't click them. And I think that's really where the issue is. I don't think YouTube is picking out things that are created with AI. I think that anybody can easily see which ones are made with AI, because even if it looks like a real human, they all have the same style. And that'll just keep happening with things that make AI thumbnails. Everybody will end up getting the same results unless they're creative enough to change that. Here, let me just... I just scrolled for a second and I already found one right here. Like, it's so easy to pick them out. And so people avoid them because AI thumbnails usually mean low effort content. And that's not something that you can help. It's just people that use AI to make their thumbnails usually aren't good creators. And I mean, that's just numbers statistically. So anyway, unless they're super busy, then it's a different thing. I can't remember what that was. Something waiting for you. I can't remember what that was. I think I have to go back and watch what I said. I'll do that later. I think it was the text hooks that I was working on. I had one that worked really, really well. Oh yeah, so this stuff doesn't matter because you can only use your analytics to really compare yourself. Here, let me explain this real quick. When people say 80% swipe rate, this amount of retention, this JO, whatever, and then like what they're really looking for is they want me to say, hey, this is actually what you need. You need this amount of retention and you'll go viral. Jenny Hoyos, irresponsibly, I might add, but we didn't know this back then when she said it, but she said, for shorts that are 30 seconds, you need to get over 90% retention or you need to get over 100%. And the problem with that is she's only talking about her niche in her location. That it doesn't equal the same thing everywhere, and it doesn't equal the same thing if it's a Minecraft channel. Those need different numbers. And then what if you deleted a short? Then you need a different thing altogether, which is another variable. And then if YouTube maybe doesn't trust your IP address, that's just another variable. So I could easily say, hey, you need to get 200% retention on clips that are, or on shorts that are 10 seconds long, but it would be irresponsible of me to say so because it's not correct. The only reason I know this is because of how many people go on the shorts algorithm subreddit and say, I followed this exact advice, I got these exact numbers, and still I'm not viral. Why? It's because you can't, there's too many variables. It works for long form. Generally, there's a lot more data there, but shorts, I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. So I tell people the best thing that those analytics do is they tell you how to improve yourself. Bam! All right, y'all. I gotta run. It's time to go get groceries.